All right. Good morning. Good morning. Saturday is September 27th. I want to say happy birthday to my brother Dave. So he's 51 today. Yeah, 51 years old. Doing well. I think he's up north, up to camp, as we say. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. So, yeah, happy birthday to Dave. Hope you have a great day today. I think he might be going up on Katahdin. So be safe. I'm probably already there, so he'll see this later. So, yeah, guys, pop in the chat. How are you doing today? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's happening? I set my phone up over here, and so to try to get some content, I guess, of this stuff. So maybe it's content worthy. Coffee's good this morning. Yeah, I've been putting those little protein drinks in the coffee. Get away from the creamer. Those little things, right? So yeah, whatever. It's all right. You can drink it black, but I don't prefer it that way. But yeah, happy Saturday, guys. Got a couple things going today, a coaching call, and got to get all slicked up with a new haircut for Mach 5. And I think we're going to go over to Pineland, check out the trails over there. Great place to be. So yeah, pop in the chat. How you guys are doing this morning? Scale of 1 to 10. Matt Moore beat you all here. Good to see you, buddy. How are you and the Matt Moore and the Crumb Snatchers? Yeah, be like a new band, you know. Good morning, Bubba. How are you, buddy? Good to see you this morning. Yeah. And Wendy Turner, I can hear you. Good morning. I can hear you. Yeah, good. I got my cell phone over here doing a video, so I can chop that up for content. Yeah. Good morning, Rachel. How are you? Good to see you. Getting a Steve and Bubba haircut. And I'm not quite ready for that yet, Bubba, but it's coming. I see pictures of me from behind. I'm like, ooh, who's the dude with the bald spot? I guess if I wore it longer and grew it out, I could wrap it around and kind of paste it to the top like a turban. Yeah. Crumb Snatchers are with the grandparents. It's a great day. Yeah. Enjoy it. Yeah. What are you doing with it? Good morning, Dave Howard. Good to see you. First day of your vacation, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Whew. It was a busy week working on the Mach 5 presentation, get that dialed in. I got to get my slides oriented today. I don't have that many because I don't want to be relying on those. Oftentimes I'm, going from slides to keep me going, but I've got a monitor this time, I think. So we're going to be able to work that and face front. So leveling up here on the speaking. So it's going to be fun. You're already a quarter there. Yeah, you're not wrong, Bubba. So it'll be easier, less expensive, right? It ain't cheap to keep looking this good. They say when I sit down, what do you want to do with the haircut? I go, whatever. You see what I'm trying to do here. It's pretty hard to screw this up. Have at it. It grows back. Yeah. 60 degrees at the soccer field. Cool. Being grandma and Pepe and Meme today. Is that what they call you? Yeah. Good stuff, right? As long as you're getting called something. So yeah, we got a beautiful day here in southern Maine. It's about 56 degrees and going to be about 76 at the end of the day. So we're liking that. Stuck around last night, resisted the temptation to go out and eat and derail our a week's long worth of hard work getting squared away, eating better, eating cleaner, getting to bed. So all that adulting crap, it kind of sucks. So you will have chair cushions, Jamie. Yes, that was a big bone, not a bone of contention, but a big that was one of our big rocks, I would say, on our Asana task list was cushion chairs. So yeah, we've got cushions for you guys. I haven't seen them yet, but hopefully they'll do the trick. So that was the alternative to spending thousands on new chairs, I guess. So anyway, I'm just put a bowl on your head and spin you in the chair, hold the clippers. Yeah, it's in and out. And I know that's true. They have an Amish community up near our camp. So those boys are not down with the stylish cuts. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, hey, good to see you guys. Yeah, we fought hard for those cushions, didn't we, Bubba? We had to pick it. We were out lobbying out in front of the venue. I hope Steve's not watching. Yeah, it's a thing though, right? Want to be comfortable. You got to be comfortable. So, done our best to make that happen. I think we're pulling off a pretty good event, given that we had only about 90 days to pull this together. The team kind of got together and said, "All right, let's divide and conquer. We need hotels, we need this, we need that, we need food trucks, we need cushions, we need AV equipment, like like a whole brand new setup of audio visual equipment coming in there. Stage, even though there's a little stage there, we're building that out and making that more prominent. Sponsors, 14 different speakers, and Steve squeezed one in one in yesterday for about 10 minutes, but I think you're gonna like them. So yeah, there's gonna be like, I don't know, 3 or 4 Navy SEALs either in the building, in the audience, or on stage, which is kind of cool. So when you start talking about high level performers and people that have committed to doing something on a high level, those guys names certainly come up. So yeah, Jamie, it'll be good to see you again. We had fun last weekend up to camp. Hopefully we didn't scar Michael too badly for life, but anytime you spend more than a day or so with Bubba, you don't know which way it's going to go. So Peter Christensen, good morning. He says, good morning, coach. The highest praise I can ever ask for from someone is to call me coach. So thank you. I appreciate that. Peter, Peter's been going through it. He's man, at the end of this year, we're going to have to sit down and chat, Pete, because you've had the ups and the downs, and never know what I'm going to get when Pete texts me, but he's always fighting. He's always digging, always trying to do the right thing, always grow the company and always do right by the guy. So I appreciate you. Thank you for taking time to be here and be with us on a Saturday. So, coach, thanks, Dave. I know my dad always feels good when he runs into guys that he coached in Little League and soccer and all that. And hey, coach, that always makes him feel good. You had an impact, right? Never said a good coach, just coach. Well, there you go. There goes the wind out of my sails. Thank you for bringing the show to a screeching halt, Bubba. So anyway, with that, I will transition to my topic for today. Came up with a new one for a new 10-day series. We're going to talk legacy. All right. We're going to talk about how you guys show up, how you act, how you project, how much you think of others. Put me in, coach. Yeah. Used to love that song, little John Fogerty. And yeah, kind of stay on the personal development, personal improvement, self-awareness side for a bit here, because I think it bears repeating at times. So I want to talk about legacy. Who knows what legacy is? What's legacy to you, right? Pop it in the chat. Do you think legacy is just like, what people say about you at your funeral? Or do you think legacy is what your mark you leave on the world? Is it what you leave with people or in people, right? It's not just something you leave when you're gone, guys. It's also, and Bubba can attest to this, because part of the mission of the group he put together with a bunch of great guys, it's part of what we were doing last weekend, was legacy. Yeah, Matt Moore, how you'll be remembered. Yep. And it is the way you live today, right? And that creates that, right? Every choice, every word, every action is writing the story people are going to tell about you when you're not in the room, right? Your legacy is here, whether you're still with us or not. You're creating that legacy. What you leave in people every time they spend time with you. Yeah, man. I start, and I'm going to do this at Mach 5. No, it's no secret. I always start out with, I'm Bailey's dad. Jamie, you've heard me do that. Bobby, you've heard me do that. Good morning, Chris Pierce. I always start out with that, because that it centers me. It makes me realize, okay, like nothing else matters, like other than that to me, really, certainly family, of course, but if I don't do that right, then what are we doing here, right? So, it reminds me that my true legacy really isn't. It's not in coaching. It's not in the Iron Man stuff, the medals Bubba makes fun of, or business growth. Yeah, it's in that. So, when I get time with her, I get to shoot out to Dallas. Um, we cherish that, right? They say you spent 75% of the time with your kids that you will by the time they're 12. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I read it on the interwebs, so it must be true. But I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't argue, you know. If I could be remembered for one thing, it would be being a good dad, you know. And then follow that up quickly with good son, good brother, husband, all that stuff. None of those made the cash register ring, guys. You know, um, and that's what legacy is about for me. What people remember about me or who you were, not just what you did, right? They don't post your bank account on your tombstone. I don't think. Um, Baba says an inheritance is what you leave for someone. A legacy is what you leave in someone. Well said, my friend. Well said. Stop taking the lines out of my talk for the Mach 5. Yeah, legacy is not titles, right? It's not money and stuff like that. Those things fade. People forget the job title, the cool car, or the house. What lasts is how you made them feel. Okay. Legacy is built daily. A good dad is legacy to be proud of. Yeah. And I know you work hard on that too, Bubba. 5 kids, 4 of them daughters. So, yeah, it's built every day, though, right? We work on it every day. You're either making deposits or you're making withdrawals in that legacy account. There's no neutral ground. Every action counts. Yeah, you wrote it for me. So when I get on stage at Mach 5, I'm going to say, I want to thank you guys for showing up here today. My entire speech was written by Bubba Hogan. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's built daily. Every action counts. Shows up in those little moments. You're not in the big stage, but in the daily conversations, consistency, the showing up. Are you checking in with people, seeing how they're doing? Being consistent, being disciplined. Today is day 275 in a row of Live 365. Consistency is legacy. Bob always showed up. If you're not intentional, your legacy just becomes default, right? If you don't define it, you drift into regret. I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd been better at that. Yeah. I am Bailey's dad. Bubba wrote my talk today. I'm gonna have to bring you up and sit you off to the corner in a chair in case I get screwed up. Yeah, guys, if you're not intentional, your legacy just becomes default. Like I said, right? You drift into that regret. The shadow of neglect is also a legacy, just not the one you want, right? It's not the one you want. So think about that, because we don't get these days back. We don't get them back. Okay. I always say I'm not going to be looking for any change back when I'm done, when you kind of screeching into home plate, right? There's a quote about that. Bubba probably wrote that too. Yeah. So a question for you guys, if someone described your life in one sentence right now, what would it be? Ever thought about that? Coffee number 3, by the way. 76 on the sleep score last night. 83 for readiness. I'm ready for action today, guys. It's Saturday. Bring it on. Fight me. Yeah, if someone described your life in one sentence right now, what would it be? What would you want that sentence to be? Think of someone whose legacy shaped you. What made them unforgettable? We all have those people around us that we say, yeah, you know what? I'm glad I ran into that person. I'm not sure how things would have gone for me if I hadn't run into so-and-so. Everybody around us shapes us in some way. Yeah. Good stuff, I think, guys, your legacy isn't something you leave at the end. It's not like you cut the rope and leave your legacy. It's being written today. The question isn't if you'll leave one, it's what kind. Okay. Pop a fist pump in the chat if anything other than Bubba's comments in the chat were helpful. And tomorrow, I'll let you know that we are going to dive into the power of values in action, because your values don't mean anything unless your actions prove them. I'm going to talk about walking the walk, walking the talk, and not talking the thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Doing the thing. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Monday will be a little janky, I think, might be in the airport in the metropolis, the greater international worldwide jetport of Portland, Maine, PWM. They're like, oh shit, that guy's back over there by Burger King commanding that table. Yeah. Pop a foot if you appreciate my comments. Bubba says, you're a legend, Sue. In my own mind, very much so. I do like to talk some trash. We have fun. Yeah, Dan Bennett, good to see you, man. We start at 8, buddy. Get here sooner. Oh, shit. I'm abusing the people that show up. Yeah, Catherine's here. Good to see you. How's Greg doing? Good to see you. Say hi to him for me. Yeah, guys, I'm glad that was impactful. Yeah, because we come back. Right, exactly. Guys, check out Mach 5. I'm getting close to being done talking about it, right? If you want a hotel, you want a ticket, got more hotel blocks in here. Wendy's popping links in here left and right. Okay. He was always believed in me more than I believed in myself. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody has to, right? Yeah. Dave says you put a great mark on all of us that show up at 8 a.m. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Hey, don't forget to check out Bailey's social media business, digital media agency, I guess you call it. She's doing the thing. 21 Digital out there in Dallas, Texas, but it doesn't matter where you are. She actually works with several of my coaching clients, helping them increase their visibility on social media, improve their digital footprint, if you will, and do some of the heavy lifting with regard to posting, daily posting, reels, videos, all the stuff. So you know how it goes. If you can't figure it out on your phone, hand it to your kid. So when she comes home, I give her all my stuff and she straightens it out. So anyway, check her out on 21 Digital on Instagram. And actually, we're going to talk more about legacy, like Bubba says, at the winter retreat. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the retreat more after next week. Yeah, we've been hard on Mach 5, going hard on that, and we want to make sure you guys know about Bubba's event too. So this is taking a hard left turn. They typically do. Oh, Sue was talking about you being a legend. Come on, Sue. Help me out here. I'm twisting in the wind. Yeah, good stuff. Today's going to be a good day, guys. They're all good days. They're all good days. Saturday, check some things off the list. We got some. Yeah, we got to organize this place. Looks like a bomb went off around here between ever since the wedding. Actually, we've been just trying to get our head above water, get this place organized, cleaned up. The storage room's a mess. I like to keep things tight, but Wendy said to me the other day, she goes, don't even look in that room. It's not something we need to tackle right now. We'll get it when we get back from Mach 5. So I'm like, okay, that's not my nature, but something's got to go, right? Something's got to give. Yeah, and don't forget, you can get your tickets to the Mid-South Pond Retreat in Memphis, Tennessee. You got to, Bubba said something to me at camp the other day, and I go, can you just kind of say that again? Because it sounded like you had a mouthful of marbles. I'll get up with you later. I don't know. You guys all understand. See, Bubba, she stuck up for me. Thanks, Sue. You're the best. Yeah. And thank you, Dave. Guys, I appreciate you. We're going to get after it. Got some things to do here this morning and had a great week. I'm going to have a fantastic week next week. We're heading out to Houston on Monday. So you might find me doing this. Monday will be a little janky. Wednesday, I should be right on time. Actually, I think maybe the rest of the week I should be okay, but we'll see. If not, hey, we'll do it right at the venue. We'll stop right in the middle of my time on stage and dial everybody up. That'll be good, huh? Yeah. Also, go USA in the Ryder Cup. Absolutely. Yeah, we were actually talking about that yesterday, and I didn't realize it alternates between Europe and US every year. So Ryder Cup's a great way to be patriotic. Check things out. So yeah, guys, have a great day. Share this out, okay? We're going to be talking about legacy 9 more days in a row, okay? Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the power of values and action. But for today, just think about just kind of think about how you're operating, because everything you say, everything you do, everywhere you go leaves an impact. Certainly on you, but on the people that you interact with. And I'll leave you with this. Who needs to hear from you today? Who needs to hear from you today? It's 7 a.m. Houston time. You'll be good on time next week. I think so. Yeah. For sure. Which is, 7 a.m. there. So I get up and get my stuff done. So we'll go down to the gym and knock out some stuff and then come back, do the live. It's going to be full on next week. Full week. So appreciate you guys. The dogs are going up to my brother Rick, my sister-in-law Sherry's place, and Rick he said, Tuck better be ready to walk 30,000 steps. I said, that's 210,000 steps in dog steps. so the dogs are going to fit camp. Anyway, they'll have fun. They love it up there, and we're grateful that they can take them. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. Have a great day. If you need me, reach out. Who needs to hear from you today? Reach out to them. See you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Same time, same station. Take care, guys.